Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and go live really quickly, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a kind of like a tactics overview for characters. This is going to be for Ghost of Tsushima.
Listen while I recount an
We're going to
adventure
roll through the
of the
Legends mode
ghosts.
really quickly. I have a few different builds here. Standard characters. You got your Samurai, Hunter, Ronin, and Assassin. I'm going to give a quick overview of each character's build and then use it in a survival. We're not probably going to do survival with other people this round. I don't think it's necessary to do it in this one. What I'm probably going to do is showcase one or two waves per character. Um, you know what? Actually, let's split it up. Let's split it up. So instead, we're gonna change it up a little bit on the fly. I'll use my samurai first, and I'll go back and change the title for this live stream so that we'll go ahead and focus on just one character each from a team dynamic. So that way it's really easy to kind of fill in what's happening there. The other thing is I'll go ahead and make a quick change for my own settings. I do believe that my game chat audio. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and disable my game chat audio. The reason why is so that way you'll still be able to hear me in tandem, or at least you should be able to on the live stream. However, what this will do is it will prevent anyone from in the game itself from being able to hear me when we're running through this survival. So we'll go ahead and do just a samurai. Um, we could do a nightmare run. Yeah, we could do one nightmare. But what I'll probably do instead is gold first and then go back and do a nightmare on a different run. So let's go ahead and get into this. And I may change my mind as I go through the gear. So we have this is my general setup. I don't really change this one too much for the samurai. I don't have anything I need to change really. So, I use a Master's Katana. Reason I use a Master's Katana for myself is because I just like to be able to respond to pretty much any enemy's fighting style. I'm not as focused on kill counts. I mean, I do pretty okay in most matches for 150 or 200 kills normally if I have the opportunity. And then in Nightmare, I normally average per, like, what is the word I'm looking for, above 100 kills in Nightmare. So, I mean, I don't really have an issue getting kills with the build that I have. It's just that mine is more for making sure that not only myself, but I can rescue my teammates if need be. And I'll go into that a little bit deeper. So, of course, Master's Katana allows me to be able to adapt to different people's stances or enemy stances and styles. I use the Stone Master so that way my heavy attacks are faster, and then I have Burning Blade. So of course that allows me to light enemies on fire, and in doing so, that allows me to damage them more. So I have Forbidden Medicine, which anyone who's running a samurai that's at 110 or above, you should be trying to get Medicine on your samurai. Like no question there. Go ahead, get the bomb pack via using a Ronin, because you have to use a Ronin to get the bomb pack. Second, you get the bomb pack for Forbidden Medicine. Go ahead, get your Ronin up to 110. Start the mastery challenges. Fully master Forbidden Medicine. Then put Samurai Unlock as a perk and get that on your Samurai as soon as possible. I mean, it changes things drastically in terms of how you can play a Samurai. The main thing there is, of course, when you're throwing out the bombs, if you're using black powder bombs, you're going to gain resolve extremely quickly when grouping it up for enemies. Allows you to go into your ultimate extremely fast. It just works. And then Forbidden Medicine also, of course, has that healing perk on the concussion bombs. How is that useful? Well, in many instances, when you have opponents using poison or in a situation where your health has dropped a certain amount, it's just a good way to put you back in the game and not have to worry about anything. My specific samurai charm, there are many ways you can play a samurai charm. We're not going to get too riled up over the different methods here. I mean, if you want, by all means, Blessed Strike, beautiful. You can heal while using your class ability. Rising Tempo is very good if you're really keen on not getting damaged. So if you can really put that into good use, that might work out pretty well. But again, it's successful kills. You have to remember that it's not successful hits. So that's another thing that kind of plays in there. But anyway, this is my general rule or my general setup. I use combat regeneration, which improves my survivability. I'm almost always not needing to really heal at the end of a round. And then for Fire Master, it just works out well. Now, I'll admit in a second, the melee damage, stagger damage, those two perks that I have are two kind of like focuses that I have on my charm. Those aren't really the rolls that I want. I'm going to go back and roll this a bit more so that I keep combat regeneration. And if it were up to me and I could control exactly where everything is, I'm going to eventually switch this out for ultimate damage or Oni damage here. And then I'll keep melee damage. My roll on melee damage actually wasn't bad, but that was only after really sitting there and tweaking it a bit. So I'm going to have to come back around, do this re-roll, and get it the way I want. I just haven't decided to save scum it yet. Okay, so next we get into the ghost weapon. I personally use a sticky bomb, fired up, increased radius. I could switch increased radius out with lucky, and I've been thinking about that, but it's been working for me as of right now since realistically I don't normally, my sticky bomb isn't my most important item that I use. I don't need it too much to really build resolve. I just need it to stop or slow down enemies. So if I can stop more enemies and kind of lock them at a choke point, I'd rather do that than get into a situation where I don't have that to my advantage. And then finally, of course, the smoke bomb, which again, smoke bombs are good not only to get your munitions back for your bombs, but they're just good for saving teammates. If something goes wrong and a teammate goes down, that's one of the easiest ways to be able to get to them without getting torn apart by Tengu or lit up by Oni. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, techniques. Okay, can't forget that. So I run Hachiman's Fury, of course, is the default. Can't really do anything about that. But when we get into these class abilities, you have Spirit Pull, which again, if you want to run Spirit Pull, all cool. It has a very quick cooldown versus Raging Flame has a really high one, which is the one that I use. But Spirit Pull has a really quick cooldown, and you can use it to passively siphon health from your enemies so that way if you are getting ready to go down, you can get your health back. Explosive Blade is great too if you know how to kind of set it up. You can have Explosive Blade, then get a larger radius for the class ability on the Samurai Charm. And then that will turn Explosive Blade into almost a competitor for Raging Flame. I say almost because at the end of the day, Raging Flame is still more powerful, definitely. But you can get Explosive Blade to the point where it's pretty comparable. Okay, so these perk ones. Personally, for me, I'll just do the perk one for the legendary so that I can put Forbidden Medicine. If you don't want Forbidden Medicine on there, or if you decide to just get rid of Master's Katana and just use a normal katana, which is fine too, then in that case, if I had to pick, I would probably use the decreased class ability cooldown so that I could keep Raging Flame. If your build is not focused around Raging Flame, or if you just don't care about the cooldown, then you could probably go for something like Deep Strikes for the melee damage. I would not worry about the health increase unless you're just specifically focusing on like souling Nightmare or something like that. Perk 2, just dodge arrows. I mean, if you really want to be that person who blocks everything, because the block animation is cool, don't get me wrong, then you can do that. But I would just not even worry about that. And instead, I would probably just focus on the resolve increase so that you have extra resolve for ultimates. You can have critical defense, but to me, this would be more for when you're first getting used to the game. But it may be helpful if you're playing on Nightmare and you get damaged and you're trying to survive. So I'm not going to necessarily discount it. And then you have Healing Strike. This for me is just not a very useful ability. Why? Because it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to parry enemies once you get into Nightmare. Nightmare and even Platinum, for example. So this would not be high on my priority list. Um, so then we have perk 3. You have Heavenly Strike, Hachiman's Frenzy, Legendary Slot again, and then you have Hachiman's Rage. So since I'm already over here, we'll start here, work our way the other way. Hachiman's Rage, eh, 2 strikes, 300% damage. That's awesome in its own way, I guess. But unless, I guess unless you're running like Nightmare, Platinum, and you really just want to make sure that you get rid of those 2 Oni, I guess you could say that might be annoying you. Maybe Hachiman's Rage works. But the problem is, let's say you do those 2 strikes for 300% damage. If you have 7 enemies on the field and you do those 2 strikes, okay, you took down those 2, but the others are still there. Versus if you had a 5 strike, which is this one, the Hachiman's Frenzy, then you probably took down the majority of the enemies on the field, or at least brought their health down to the point where you can just throw a bomb and be done with the whole wave. So me personally, I go with the 5 strike, which is this one because it gains 2 extra strikes to the 3. So the 5 strike versus the 2 strike. Um, I don't see why you need 3 legendaries on a samurai. I just don't. So I wouldn't worry about this one unless you want to run Spirit Kunai, I guess. Which again, there's nothing wrong with that. Depends on the build that you're going for, probably. And then Heavenly Strike. Heavenly Strike is good, but I would say that if you're going to put on the Heavenly Strike, it would just be better to probably use Heavenly Rebuke as a charm, maybe. Or I think, was it, there's also Stone Striker. So you could probably pick between those two, and it'll give you that ability instead of it taking up a slot. Okay, so we have everything that I think we need for that right now. And so if that's the case, then we'll just go ahead and probably get started. This is my basic outfit. Most people probably already have this for their samurai. I just like the look of the golden cinders, so I kept it. And then my sword kit is just the Breath of Hachiman. And then this comes from the Elegant Ghost Mask, is something you can buy once you've played through Ghost of Tsushima once. And then after that, you can go, I think it's the Faceless Mask seller or something like that, and you can buy that mask. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into a run.
What legend
I
would you like to hear?
don't feel like doing Nightmare, so I'm probably going to vote instead for a survival, but instead of doing gold, we will actually do platinum. It'll give us a chance to look more at the abilities, choke points,
A
things like that.
harrowing tale.
I'm not going to guarantee no deaths. We'll see how it goes, but we'll at least be able to have some fun with it. Okay, so we will be doing this on the Blood and Steel map. Honestly, I don't like this map a ton, but hey, we'll make it work. I just personally don't like the Iki Island enemies with the double blade, because there's not a lot that you can
Blood
really.
and steel.
You just have to know how to dodge them, because there's not a lot you can do to parry them. Okay, so I do see the Tengu. I'm gonna immediately run in, because nobody matters more than that guy. You always kill him.
Ghost down.
At the end of the day, that's the first person that you kill in any game, is that Tengu. And we're just gonna blow up that barrel. I don't know how many people saw that, but there was a barrel available, so we just go ahead and blow that up. Alright, so I'll go ahead and pick up the remaining bombs. There's a Tengu down there, already down, so that makes that easy. Okay. Alright, so that's down. Wait, there's another enemy. Where'd he go though? Oh, okay, he's still down there. Alright. And so there I used the concussion bomb to stop the Tengu from moving, just long enough for me to finish my combo. I'm not really running around to keep up with all the kill counts for right now. This is one of those where the game's going to determine itself as we get further in. So, go ahead and close that circle, and the other person's closing the one over there. Now this one's always get to be interesting because you have a Ronin who we'll see if the Ronin actually is a healing Ronin. I've had many playthroughs where the Ronin is a total attack Ronin. And so what you don't want to do is build your characters in the way where there's kind of like no focus on that. As a Ronin, you are a support type. You can be an attack Ronin, nothing wrong with that, but still be able to support your team. The fact that everyone does not have full health right now makes no sense because, again, you're a Ronin. Okay, so we have these guys coming from here. Flame should halfway kill that one. Go. Don't know the last one yet, but we'll wait it out. There we go. Just gonna grab the extra bomb. So the next spot is to camp. Sometimes I get the catch, sometimes I don't for those rings. Is what it is. Alright. Take this one. Okay, so yep, took care of it.
Even more men were sent into battle.
So these are coming to the island. So this is a perfect example of a choke point. So if you have a choke point like this, just put down the smoke bomb, and then that way you can just take advantage of the fact that the enemies can't really move from here. Then you can set up to get the rest of your bombs back. Then you get your ultimate. Then you can just activate from there. Alright. Now, the one thing that makes in no sense here is that everyone came up to fight and nobody stayed back to actually watch the island. It's good that these are weaker enemies though, but still. If you're playing on a team, someone should be staying back to actually guard this spot, just in case. Alright. So we go ahead and take him down, and we're done. There we go.
For reinforcements.
And I only have 4 concussion bombs right now, so we'll make do. Oh, actually we don't have to make do.
Ghosts fight.
So, oh, they're headed to island. They may catch them before they get down here, but it's still a good idea, again, for you to just be ready in case they get through. Looks like they've got it for the most part. So, we have another set coming to Cliff right now. And since everyone's kind of in a 2x2, I'll go ahead and help this person, Itara Masinde. So, because they're an archer, they can probably get an ultimate together fairly quickly. It all depends on the situation. And that can happen. There we go. And so that can happen. So of course in that, I couldn't see anything, and in addition to that, the Oni starts swinging. So it is what it is. But here, we can just block it back off with concussion bombs.
The ghosts caught their breath as the last foe fell.
So it looks like we did have someone lose the session or leave the session. So now we're down to 3. One beautiful thing that they added with Platinum and also now with Nightmare, you can match make people in. So I'm sure we'll get a 4th person. If not, then we just handle it as is with all 3 of us just going back and forth between the sections. And something that you'll notice sometimes with my playstyle, it depends on the situation. Since I know there are people around to heal me up in this case, I'm not super worried about not going down. But, you know, we'll see how that goes as time goes by. If it were a different type of run, then I'd probably be stressing it. Oh, okay, so we have everybody coming to camp right now. So we'll go ahead and put that at the choke point. And there's a guy coming behind me, so I can hopefully leave the rest of that back there for him. Okay, fine with that. Alright, that's done. And see, now this is where things get a little challenging for all people involved, because we don't have any more help. Okay, there we go. Alright. Someone's still coming, though, to here. I don't know where. Let me see. Oh.
Knew we could do it. We're stronger together, thank you.
The ghosts readied themselves for
Okay. They're coming to camp. So again, you have a choke point here. Though it looks like they already are handling up on it to a certain degree. Take those down. Oh, another choke point. And that's what I mean by being able to get back your resolve so quickly. All it takes is just a few tosses. Of the black powder bombs, and you literally have your resolve back. It looks like Soul Chef has that area locked down, so we'll go help Itara Masende. Because Itara Masende looks like they're in a situation where they actually have a lot of enemies on them at once. Now it seems they do have a skipping stone bow. Yeah, definitely. They have a skipping stone bow, which allows them to kind of ricochet arrows, which is very useful for anything that they're doing.
Oni's beating heart became silent.
Oh, and one thing that I will mention, I'm sure someone probably would point out while watching the gameplay, I don't use animation cancels. Probably should, but I just don't. So that is going to be one thing that will make my time in which it takes to kill an opponent differ some.
Ghosts were faced with enemies.
Alright, so we have some coming in down here. Again, that same strategy where we catch them at the choke point. Take that. Get out of the way of that. Alright, so that's done. And we'll go ahead and go back down. I don't know why no one's in island yet, but that's fine. Looks like we have some Oh, okay. It was just that enemy. I thought maybe there was more ghosts than that. We do have some coming in from here, though. I'll just stop them. Yep. All right. And so that's why I'm also saying that with this kind of stuff, if you want to get high kill counts, instead of even worrying about fighting or competing with folks, just go to a section, hold down an area, and then as long as you use good tactics, everything's going to kind of work out to your advantage anyway. And thanks to Ronan.
The ghosts could sense more enemies.
So I'm going to go, they're going that way. I'm going to try and catch them from the side, because I kind of figured that that might occur too. Now see, this is an example where that irks me.
He met its demise.
Now again, who knows? Maybe that person had some very important stuff to deal with. You never know. But personally, it's like, okay, we're in a wave where there's Tengu present, and now you're about to jump and bounce. That is just really, really annoying. Because we now have to wait for the session to be filled with someone else to help us, which is just screwed up. Now they're going to fight straight up. So let's see what happens here. Because this would be in this situation where you'd probably want to throw the smoke bomb down. But they may not have a smoke bomb. So then they go down. So now I'm actually in a position to be able to help a bit more. Let's go ahead and actually just go ahead and handle up on this.
No match for the ghosts. Nothing can stop the ghosts.
Anymore. Thanks.
The ghosts ready themselves for anything.
My arrow never missed.
So we'll go ahead and put this down. Jump that. And take him down. So they're done. Let's go ahead and get in position for Island. Soul Chef is going to need help, so if anything. This is going to be rough. So the idea is we're just staying out of range of the different people. so that way we can really sit there and slowly do damage. But he's annoying, so we gotta take him down. Put that down. Then we heal. Oh, well, no healing really. There we go.
Perfect kill.
That was it.
And I am probably going to pick up some ammo for myself from here. Give myself some health back. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with hitting the drum. I don't need it anymore.
The ghosts knew they needed to focus on the powerful new threat.
Okay, I guess Ichirima says that they're good to go. So we have Cliff. Okay. So I know Soul is going to, but see, Soul's kind of coming to help me, and I don't really know if that's necessary. We have this choke point to use to my advantage, so with placement, I probably can take this one by myself. Again, this is the power of good placement. If you have a spot where you can use a choke point, then you can probably make it by without needing any other help. Same as this. This is a perfect setup initially, because I can just sticky bomb them and just keep an eye out on the battlefield. Looks like these guys might have Burning Blade modifier going.
Was worried for a moment.
But anyway, we made it. And then just give yourself back a little bit of health. This is something else I don't like. So my kill count was just reset. When that other person bounced, my kill count, because I had more kills than that, so my kill count bounced out, in a sense, and went down when that other person jumped. So let's go ahead and do the next one.
Reinforcements arrive.
Alright. So we do have a barrel here. This is beautiful. And we can, again, activate that choke. And we get a little bit back.
Well, ghost flew to strike another.
And then I immediately activate ultimate with the flame, so that starts to burn away on some of my opponents here.
One of the ghosts was taken out of the...
Now that is sometimes, I'll admit, I should have seen that one coming. So I'll take that L. What I'll do is, once I'm up though, I'll go clean them up at camp. I don't know why anyone's not hitting the island though. Oh, okay, they're coming from behind.
Well done.
The ghost stood ready to fight.
So I will probably handle these guys first. Alright, they're done. Okay, he must have fought from outside the circle.
Was successful.
They're gonna fall back to island. Choke point will be right here at the bridge. Oh, there's only that one enemy. Okay, and we have a new person.
The ghosts were not yet finished.
Okay. So they're coming from this side, the island. There we go. Looks like we only have this one up here.
The ghost returned the Oni. The cries of the ghost's enemies grew silent. When the ghosts saw and exposed, they
Okay.
took a deep breath.
No point in wasting an arrow if you don't need to. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that done. Whoa. Okay. I didn't notice that was a bear. And he does not have smoke bomb. Because if he doesn't have a smoke bomb, then he's gonna have a hard time. Oh, okay, yep. Heal the assassin. The assassin can hopefully disappear. Yeah. Alright. Don't have time to deal with him. Oh my goodness gracious. The startup time on that move is just so terrible.
Well done.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and finish that one off. Cool.
Glad that's over.
I do not have anything to
Treat your
with,
wounds
but
here.
it's just easier to just go ahead and use the barrel. We haven't used it much this time.
Ghosts have no time to rest.
It's faster to go this way. So, okay. Those where I can't really tell how well they have it handled up there. That's one of the beautiful things the assassin can do is just teleport to the location. Go up here.
Defeated an Oni.
Looks like we can rest.
The ghosts readied themselves for anything.
They're done. So now it's just an island. We can set up at that choke point. I know I should have a smoke bomb ready. Okay.
Oni's beating heart became silent.
Let's toss in a few bombs here. Have no idea where my samurai went sailing, but hey. Boss match is about to start. Oh, well, thank you.
Grave
Appreciate
Did not mean to trigger that raging flame, though. Okay, so they're going to cliff. I'm a help. Okay, never mind. I don't have the opportunity to help. We want to get rid of the bear as quickly as possible. Okay. Nice. Ooh, man. That was just bad because you have two enemies that literally use a special at once. That was just rough. Okay. If he can get Soul Chef up, then in that case, one of us can
ghosts never
be
left
healed.
their wounded to die.
I am surprised that that works somehow. That is just sheer insanity.
The ghosts risk losing their foothold.
Okay, making sure that I don't get hit by the doggone. All right.
Thank you. Thanks. Ah, I'm gone.
Their enemies fallen. The ghosts reveled in their conquest a moment before seeking other evils to surmount.
I would have thanked Ace, but I think they got in a little late
An
on
adventure of
the
the
platinum.
ghosts.
I think what I will probably do is change this one out for lucky, because there are some instances where I really need that to work. The other thing is I'm a little rusty in terms of blocking the Grando knee, in terms of when they do the spear stab, because those were where several of my deaths came from. So I'll need to work on that. That'll be something I'll kind of actively work on. Right, let's go ahead and look through this a bit more. Get rid of the magma bomb here. Just clear out some of these extra weapons that I don't really have a need for. And so now, instead of like focusing on explaining tactics, I'll probably just go ahead and do one more
I'll
run.
share any story
Since I
with you.
don't have anything yet that I need to really move to, let's do one more where we just run it for the heck of it.
One
Focus
of
only
my
on playing.
favorites.
I'm gonna mostly be silent for this one. You may hear general reactions, but other than that, I'm gonna be totally focused on the match. We'll see how long it takes for that to load up. I guess let me also check in on the broadcast, make sure that it's looking good on my side. Yeah. Okay, so I've got no viewers for the moment. I believe I have it posting as public though, so. Alright. Let's go ahead. This one's going to be defensive Aoi Village, so we'll go ahead and work through this one. General objective, as always, we're going to get rid of the Tengus first.
The defense of Aoi Village.
There we go. So Tengu's down first. It's always good to start your attack from within the smoke bomb. Now see, that's an example of the critical strikes and finishes taking so long. Now we'll go ahead and do that. Just throw him off a bit. Alright. So we're cleaned up on that side. Let me see if there's any bombs I can collect. Okay, now we'll head to Villa. Alright, I think I see... Nope, don't see a Tengu yet.
Ghosts. Perfect.
Tengu's down. So they're down over there. He's going to use his ultimate. Okay. I only have one black powder bomb, so I gotta be really careful this time about how we use it. See, always take the Tengu down.
No match for the ghosts.
Tengu archers now down.
enemy's footsteps.
Alright, so they're coming in. I'll go ahead and stop them, or at least start the stopping. And then we keep an eye on where each of the opponents are. He's gonna target me. And then this foolishness starts. There we go. And that's the example of how the spearmen can make things so annoying. Now the only thing that people are doing here, which is not good, is if you're running a game like this, do not actually sit there and start using barrels without letting other people know. Because we only have a limited amount, so you're basically wasting barrels out of kind of selfishness, to be honest.
The ghost's blade found its mark.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Last one's down.
The enemy gathered their forces. Another assault.
See, that's good team play. I have forbidden medicine. They're throwing down munitions to make sure I get my bombs back. That's the epitome of good team play. So he's gonna blow gun them. And here we go again, where we lost a player. So again, this mess is just shameful. Like, we're in the middle of a game. If you're gonna leave, do that mess before the wave starts. Like, don't be that person. Okay, see, he's just annoying. We don't have time for this mess. And then they're not in the circle, so this area is about to get lost.
Hit them.
There we go. So I'm going to hold this area just long enough at the very least to get it back for us. Okay, it looks like he'll make it in time, because I couldn't swing there if I tried. Alright, now I'll go help. Alright, hopefully he doesn't step out of the circle before I can get there.
Ghost attacks with brutal speed.
I think that was the last one.
So we'll go ahead and deal with the next one. Hopefully they have ways to heal themselves a little bit between rounds.
That led to this moment.
Because right now we're not in a position to really purchase anything. I could purchase the 400, but I don't have that yet. It'll be 400 to actually heal. Oh, well, that was easy. So this is the poison level, so we gotta be careful of that too. So, remember, this is where it's important to actually have... Ah, see, that's the foolishness right there.
Darken.
I I can only revive him now. Alright. That's what I was hoping for. Now I have concussion bombs. Okay. I gotta go. Because otherwise we're gonna lose stable. Hopefully they've got that. I'm really hoping they have that. I only have like one concussion bomb to my name. Ugh. Now see, that is foolish. All it had to do was stay in the actual area and we would have been fine. Oh. That's that one. Yawn must be fighting either Yawn or Barkles. Okay.
That wasn't easy. Well done.
The ghost rescued their ally.
And again, that's wasting a barrel. So then Barkles is basically wasting a barrel every needs that, you know, that we need healing. And again, what that's going to wind up creating is a situation where when we actually need barrels, like really need barrels, there will be none of them around. So that's why as a player, you should make sure that you have your own way to self-heal, at least to a certain degree. Because again, there aren't enough of them around, and so then you have to try and buy healing for 400, and most people aren't going to spend on it. Because what I've had to come to understand about this game is a lot of people are playing the solo game, and that's just the truth of it. Is it right? No. But is it real? Yes. Most people are not actually playing the game as a team. They're playing it as individuals. Okay, so we finally have some help. Alright. I don't know what Barkles is doing. It seems he's staying behind, which, I mean, I don't know if he's afraid to take extra damage or what, especially with Villa literally right here ringing off. I have no idea what was happening there. Who knows? Nope.
The ghost returned the Oni to its realm.
I'm going to stand here and close the circle, then we'll deal with that. It's probably the Tengu that didn't die. Yep,
The
that was the
ghosts
one.
lowered their weapons as the battle ended.
I need bombs, so. But yeah, people, it's like, try not to play the game on solo. Because again, it's not a solo game. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this next portion. Yep, thanks for letting us know. It doesn't seem to be moving, weirdly enough. Oh, Oh, okay. So he was just chilling. He was just chilling on the top of the area up there. And it looks like we do have some ghosts in here. Hold up. Okay, they got Sable, so then I'll help them. I never understand where that thing has us going. Like when you're using the spear movement half the time, it just sends you floating to some place. Who knows where. Right. Okay. That's one.
Don't see any more.
All right.
You're a true ally.
Yep.
You're a worthy ally.
Barkels would be over here. I could heal him too.
A foe can't be beat.
But hey.
The ghosts knew the challenge awaited them.
So they're going to Villa. So the aim is to get ahead of them. I'm not even going to start the fight from in front. I'm going to start the fight from above. I hope they let them run in, because it makes life easier when they let them run in. Yep. But see, again, if you start the fight like that, then you've eliminated the ability for me to use the barrel. That's what people don't get. When you actually bring the fight to them instead of letting them run in properly, then you can't group the enemy.
Well, a ghost flew.
So again, for those who are watching this, please actually learn from the stream that you are literally defeating the purpose of teamwork by trying to be helpful like that. Let them actually get into the circle if there's a barrel set up or something like that, and only then do you attack. It's like waiting and it's like waiting to, well, let's be real, it's like waiting to assassinate someone. You know, there's a strategy to it.
Yours brought destruction.
Okay, so someone went down, and I can't now. How'd he even? Okay, yep, I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'm gonna let someone else deal with that. Okay.
The enemy lost some of their strongest
A
warriors.
foe can't be beat.
Again, what are you doing? It's like, instead of jumping around and slashing your sword and whatnot, why don't you stand still? So we have these guys coming into the farm. What's the best way to set them up? To go ahead and kind of let them come in. We have a barrel here, barrel there. So I am going to move my butt out of the way and see another example of what I mean. It's like, let them get closer so that we can properly use tactics. But no. I see them.
No match for the ghosts.
Nope, that time I saw that coming. Nope. Ow. I Ow, I hate that dude. You have to basically be right in the middle of the big guy attack to be able to block them properly. Okay. I need to go help Osprey. Because if Osprey doesn't set up in the circle, oh shoot. I'm coming, Osprey. Just don't die before I get there. Okay, Osprey has skills. That's what that says right there. Oh yeah, I see him. Ow. I dodged the first one.
All of them are dead.
So, even though I didn't get the timing right,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Ghosts fight was far from.
so see again, Barkles, watch Barkles. And I don't mean to call people out, but let's be real. Watch him and take notes on that's what you never do as a player. Literally, everything he's doing as a player, you don't do that in the team game. He has probably wasted every barrel that's in the game at this point. So if we all needed healing at this juncture as a team, we are screwed thanks to Barkles. Like, it's literally the epitome of everything you're not supposed to do as a player. It's a doggone embarrassment. And in addition to that, you have the nerve to then go down constantly on this side.
Well done.
Now, let's go ahead and fix, well, we lost Villa because there was no time to get to it. So, I'm hoping that he can at least handle...
Get ready to fight.
Oh my god. So yeah, this is the only area that we can defend now is stable. So this is going to be straight foolishness.
See it, Tengu.
I see him. There's no point in me getting riled up sooner than time.
A foe can't be beat.
And we have lower health now, so that's just joy. And again, why are you fighting out there? Why? You have no ability. You're not the person for it. Why are you that far away?
Come on.
Like, there literally are such things as stuff doesn't make sense. So again, for anyone, I don't mean to be mean, but it's like for anybody watching this stream, do not be him. Yep, I see him. And again, struck another drum.
Watch out, Oni.
So if we need healing as a team, this dude is single-handedly screwed us. In its entirety of the game, he has single-handedly screwed us.
The sounds of battle subsided for a moment.
And all he can do is stand back and fire arrows. Just utterly ridiculous. So let's see. Who are we? Are we carrying him? Oh yeah, that's what's happening. We're carrying him because he's a 103 trying to play in plat. So that's the other issue that's happening there.
Enemies approach.
Ow. Oh, right. I just realized we don't even have full health right now because we're playing on a handicap. I hadn't even thought about that. We really need to be defending from this area.
Oni met its
Watch out!
demise.
Oni!
One foe fell. A ghost flew to strike another.
Now again, I like their enthusiasm, but this is a moment where you fall back to the actual area over here and we defend this spot, not you trying to, you know, do the rest of it. Because the thing is that by you being over there, you make it nigh impossible for us to be able to actually help. Oh, nice. So they must have used blowguns to sit there and whittle down the opponent's health, which is a very good strategy. Alright. So I've developed a pretty good point, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, Vata points, good store points. So let's go ahead and buy a few things for the team. I guess, okay then. I guess there's no regenerate health. I don't know who bought that. Hopefully it wasn't Barkles. Because in that case, that's a waste.
A ghost readied themselves for another attack.
But okay, so we have some enemies coming in. We'll go ahead and start things off a bit with some pain. And then that's done. I'ma just let y'all hit him. That's a better use of my time. So one of us is gonna split off there. I'll go here because I already know what sense it makes to take care of the enemy. If that circle, oh crap. Okay, I have to be careful about how I do this. Ah, crud. Yep, I know. Alright.
Over!
The ghost
Oh my
knew
god.
that to fall meant eternal defeat.
Thanks! Thanks! Never saw it coming.
Ghost refused to give up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever happens with Barkles happens with
Ghosts
Barkles.
could sense more enemies
Alright.
on their way. His beating heart became silent.
Okay. They should be able to get Villa. I gotta get the stable, because that's gonna get overrun. Alright, I'm gonna wait. Again, you have to be smart with your placement. 1, 2, then hit. Then clear. I don't know why Barkles is over here.
Let's go!
Ghosts took a moment to celebrate their victory.
Thank you.
If that happens to bring Barkles back, then
Never
I guess
saw
it
it
brings
coming.
Barkles back, but yeah. Alright. So that leaves me low on bombs though, which is never a good thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a top off. I see them running that way. They've got that though. Well, I don't know if they got that. I just heard crows. I gotta handle up though. So, you hit and then you fall back. That's always how it works. You hit, you fall back. Get a few Jimbos out of the way and then you fall back to base. Alright. So we are working with smoke bombs this time, so that increases the difficulty. And I thought I had switched to black powder, which is beautiful, because that's not what I asked for. But whatever. Okay, and see, there he goes again. My boy didn't even manage to stay up for what, 2 seconds? Okay, cool. I can't see anything, but I'm gonna assume that you got the job done. And that's done. Now we go and help out over here. I have nothing. And he's down again.
Well, that was tough.
The ghost entered the
No, it
battle
wasn't.
once more.
Alright. So, let's go ahead and get something over here. So, this I want to keep because I have a better idea how to use it. See? Again, that's what? All the barrels? Literally, every barrel that we have in the game, this man has tapped. If that is your situation, no offense to anyone, I know this is going to sound bad, but don't do it.
The ghosts were not yet finished.
Okay, did not even see that. I'll admit, I took that L. Nope. Why are there so many of them over here? Not to mention, we still gotta get to the villa somehow. Alright, hold up. Ah, crap. No, we all decided the decision at the same time.
There was nothing too difficult for the
Okay.
ghosts.
Because he will not be able to handle on his own. Okay. Close this circle first, then we can go help on the other side. Okay, they got it. So, Barkles is over there somewhere. I'm not going to use this until the last second. So, you know, I'm not going to sit there and waste it. Again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you don't have the ability to keep your health up to a certain degree on your own, you haven't built your characters properly. So, let's set up, and then we let them come in. And then we clear them out. there we go again. Thank you. That was about to get annoying. What? Okay, we don't have time. I'll have to hope that they can handle it themselves. Okay. Ah, come on.
You're a true ally.
Yep. That's as much as I'm going to spare right now, though. Alright. Let's get this wrapped up. So with this one, I believe we have to worry about bears, among other things. And they're always fun, of course. Let's be honest, my main goal is to get just enough stuff matched up to be able to kind of assist. Oh, shoot. Ah, crap. Again, I didn't even see the bear. Did not even see the flipping bear. Okay, he's up. Oh my gosh. I don't think we're going to be able to really handle up on these guys and not take L's. I'm going to fall back to Villa because I'm trying to figure out where the enemy is. It's probably a bear. That's what I'm going to assume. Is it? Oh, right there. So.
Lost a powerful ally.
There we go.
Finally, you can rest.
Good job, everyone. Let's regroup.
The enemies fallen. Ghosts reveled in conquest movement before seeking other evils to surmount.
Alright, so that was a fantastic playthrough. You know, great J-Go on Platinum. Oh, really nice. 188 for myself. No. I wish I could give an accolade to Osprey, because they deserve one.
Relax for a moment. Listen to these
But yeah, so that's a pretty good showcase of like using the samurai, really being able to sit there and keep an eye out on things. To be honest, I'm still a little rusty with getting the reflexes back for the samurai, especially with blocking for the Oni and stuff, but I'll get there. My main is definitely my assassin, because I like to stay hidden for the most part, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, so I think I'll go ahead and end the stream now because I do have some other things I want to kind of get into. So I'll be closing stuff out now. And yep, we'll sign off time being.